Like many of you, last month I wandered into the movie theater to see Wicked, eager to be taken back into the Technicolor land of Oz, when all of a sudden I was hit with an image that looked like this. Flat, desaturated, lifeless.
Yeah.
I sat there distraught, and the one thought that kept racing through my mind was, why don't movies look like movies anymore? So to answer this question, I'm going to have to take you back to 1998 to a little movie called The Parent Trap. Yes, I'm talking about the Lindsay Lohan movie.
Someone cut off your tongue.
This movie looks shockingly good. Seriously, some of these frames look like paintings. The highlights shine brilliantly. The shadows of darkness, deep and inky. This movie was shot by...
Let's go back in time to 1998, The Parent Trap. This film was shot by Dean Cundey.
This movie was shot by Al Bundy.
The guy that shot The Thing.
He shot things.
The same person that shot Halloween and Apollo 13.
Like Halloween and the number 13.
What are you doing?
Nothing. I mean, I'm just making a totally original YouTube video.
I literally just watched you steal from that Patrick Tomaso video that went viral.
No. I was just taking inspiration from Lights Inside Cinema.
Let's go back in time to 1998.
Let's first rewind back to 1998.
The Parent Trap.
The Parent Trap was
How
released.
bold all the colors are.
Bold colors.
Look like oil paintings.
Looks like a painting.
Spielberg still clips his windows.
Steven Spielberg, he clipped the windows.
The video look.
That video look.
Zodiac.
Zodiac.
There's a lack of intention.
A lack of intention.
We want movies to look like movies.
We need to make movies look like movies again.
It's simply a case of parallel thinking. There's no plagiarism going on over here.
Oh, so you were gonna add your own opinion to it?
Of course, I was gonna let the people know that Jessica Lee Gagne just rewrote the rules of prestige TV with last night's Severance episode. The way she bent space, time, and emotion to her will, and it was her directorial debut, it's the kind of thing that makes you sit up, shut up, and feel something different. Just pure electric storytelling.
You're a thief.
I am not a crook.
That's Nixon.
You come to me on the day of my daughter's wedding and accuse me of plagiarism.
That's the worst impression I've ever heard.
Well, I have a dream.
And that's just offensive.
Okay, you know what? Who are you to judge me, okay? Do you have any idea what it's like to make something? I mean, truly, pour yourself into something and receive no feedback, no congratulations, no, hey, good job, buddy, nothing. Just pure radio silence. What it feels like to have every fear, every little insecurity you've ever had about yourself essentially confirmed, that you're not special, that you're not worth listening to. My insignificance, my shame on full display for all the world to see. And that silence, that deafening silence, I just couldn't bear it. So call me what you want. A thief, a leech, a mealy-mouthed parasite with no respect for artists, their work, or himself. It doesn't matter. This has been going on way before me, and as the saying goes, good artists borrow, but great artists, we steal. I came up with that, by the way.
And you think this entitles you to profit off of other people's work?
Entitles me?
Yes.
Entitles me?
Yes.
Entitles me?
Yes.
Okay, I don't see what the big deal is here. YouTube doesn't care. If anything, it seems like they actively promote plagiarism. The audience isn't going to notice. And I finally get to feel good about myself. Win-win. Win.
Okay, some people are going to notice and they will call you out.
Let them. See, YouTube gives me the tools to censor all dissenting opinions. I control the discourse. And on my channel, all viewers will be met with nothing but praise and adoration for me.
I thought you were better than this. I'm just really disappointed in you.
She still doesn't understand you.
Esmeralda!
Everybody loves your opinion, Eric, even if your opinion isn't technically yours.
I tried to be original, and I failed. I didn't know what else to do.
Well, what is your actual opinion on the topic?
I mean, honestly, I pretty much agree with Patrick across the board. Although, I'm honestly not a huge fan of the notion that high dynamic range is a reason for that modern, flat, desaturated look, simply because once you convert log footage into Rec. 709, you actually lose a lot of that dynamic range, as Rec. 709 only has about 6 stops of dynamic range. If you film a high contrast scene, it doesn't matter if you're using a camera with 20 stops of dynamic range. Once it's converted, it's still going to look like a high contrast scene. The real issue honestly comes during the color grading process, where all of that latitude enables you to push and pull the image to bring back all the information that appeared lost, losing a lot of that contrast in the process. This isn't a film versus digital argument, because once film is scanned in, it can honestly be manipulated in exactly the same way. It's a color grading issue far more than a dynamic range issue. But like Patrick said though, none of this is an accident, it's all a conscious decision. The end product looks exactly as the person behind the creative decision making wants it to look, be it the colorist, the director, or more than likely in these types of situations, the studio/producers.
And why do you think that is the case?
Well, if I had to guess, I'd say that the majority of the time you see this look, it is in high-budget movies, and it's been discussed countless times, but when a studio is putting hundreds of millions of dollars behind a project, they want to put out a product that plays it safe and doesn't take any bold creative decisions, and when you output something that's relatively flat and high-key, you're going to avoid complaints about the movie being too dark or too weird-looking.
Prepare for the most epic battle of all time that nobody will see because it's too dark, and we'll say it's because they have bad TVs.
For the majority of the medium's existence, films existed exclusively for the movie theater. There was a standard, a fixed variable to shoot for. Now, a person can pull out their phone and watch a movie pretty much anywhere. And since these types of movies don't exactly meet the qualifications of high art, these are the types of films that are going to be watched casually in the middle of the day or while taking public transportation in brightly lit environments. And I just kind of assume that's what's being accounted for here. Movies nowadays look different because the viewing landscape is different.
Eric, do you see what you just did?
Made a fool out of myself?
You formed your own thoughts using your own brain.
Yeah. I mean, it may not have been accurate or interesting, but it was genuine and from the heart.
You can do it, Eric.
Yeah. Look out, world. My name is Eric, and these are my opinions on things. What's Patrick made recently? Entitles me! Fuck, I laughed. Motherfucker.
Can you say that entitled me part?
Entitles me? Yes. Entitles me? Yes. Entitles me?
Yes. What?
It's fucking ridiculous. Yes. The last one's gotta be the dumbest.
Oh,
It's hard.
yeah.
Farewell, friends.